Yo, what it do? Hey, we know you just saw that fresh new intro. Wasn't that shit sick? Well, we couldn't agree more, guys.
Right, we just collaborated with our boy Omar at Sun City Vibes to help create an intro that would take our podcast to the next level. Do you need help with your video editing and content creation to help elevate your business to the next level? Well, Sun City Vibes has you covered without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Whether it's a logo reveal, a music video, drone footage, or even t-shirt printing, guys, hit up Sun City Vibes for quality work and affordable price. Shit, Omar even made us a sick-ass hat. Look at this.
It's a fresh-ass hat.
Fresh.
Shit's fresh.
Fresh.
So yeah, guys, go help support those that support us and hit up our boy Omar and tell him Chris and Misa sent you from the podcast and help support a local El Paso business today. Let's go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. As always, co-host of the podcast, Mr. Misael is with us. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
Yo, what it do?
In the producer chair, just fresh off a nap, by the way.
Look at him.
He just woke up. Our boy Joe Memes is back. Say what's up, Joe.
What's up, everybody?
Give him a triple horn, dude. He deserves it. Look at him.
He looks ready to go.
All right, guys. For episode number 110 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, we got a very, very special guest. She is USA Boxing 2021 Youth Female Boxer of the Year and a Pan American gold medalist. Her name is Kaylagomez. Say what's up to the podcast,
Hey,
Kayla.
what's up, everyone?
Uh-oh, Misa. We have a very special guest here, dude. I mean, she's very impressive. Her resume speaks
look
for
at her
herself.
around her neck. Look at what she's got on her neck.
Yeah, dude. She brought the medal with her. Team USA representing.
915 all the way, baby.
915 all the way. Jeez, there you go. So shout out to you, Kayla, for being here. And thank you for bringing your mom, Crystal, and your grandma, Cindy. They're in the studio with us, guys. You can't see them. They're off camera, but they are here. So welcome, guys. Thank you for being
welcome.
here.
Dude, it just made me think, dude, I've never brought my mom or my grandma here.
Right.
Like,
This
now
is
I
the
feel
first
bad.
grandma that's ever been in our studio. This is amazing. This is cool. There you go.
Yes.
So, guys, yes, like I said, welcome. Thank you guys for being here today. We really do appreciate it. Guys, follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. This is episode number 110. We're going to talk to Kayla about boxing. We're going to talk to her about how she got into the sport, all that good stuff. But we also want to get to know her. We want to get to know the real Kayla, see what she's like as an individual. And then maybe we'll talk to the mom here and there. But so how this came together was really shout out to our boy Stevie Ray. I call him Porter. I don't know what you refer to him as, Porter. But he actually hooked us up with this interview. So shout out to him. So how do you know Stevie in the first place?
He's my cousin. Thank you, cousin. Thank you for hooking me up.
Thank you for cousins. Yeah.
Shout out.
I remember I worked with Stevie Porter at Entertainmart, RIP Entertainmart. They closed that store down. But
Dude, how many people did you work with?
I know, right? Everybody, like every other guest, I work with them.
Entertainment.
I'll just say they would hire anybody there. So you know what I mean? Like,
Chris did all the hiring.
but yeah,
Right.
it was cool. It was a cool place to work. But yeah, RIP to that place. So before we start this podcast, guys, we have a very special tradition here. Miss Kayla, I know you're underage, so you have to sit this one out. So we got you some water.
I'll drink one for you, though.
We'll drink one for you.
there we
It's
go.
called the Kraken of the celebratory beer. It sounds like this. Shout out to y'all, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Virtual cheers for Miss Kayla.
We're missing our beer guy, so, that sucks.
Yeah,
He's
so
fired. He's fired.
Our beer guy is a big Packers fan, and the Packers are playing right now in the playoffs. I don't know how much of football you're into, but to some people, that's more important than doing the podcast with their friends. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to you.
That's your cousin, bro.
Yeah, that's my cousin. You see, your cousin's cool, and he hooks you up, and he gets you on a podcast. My cousin will leave my
Bales.
podcast to go watch football.
That's funny.
Yeah, so shout out to you, Blue. So,
No shout out to Blue. Fuck
so
that.
Kayla, so tell the podcast audience, the people who may not know who you are, a little bit about yourself real fast.
Okay, first and foremost, my name is Kayla Gomez, as he stated. I'm a 13-time national champion, 4-time world champion, and 2024 Olympics is my goal.
Damn, dude.
Dude, that was direct. It sounds like you've done interviews before. I've seen some of the podcasts that you've done on YouTube.
Yes.
You've done stories with like the news, KVIA. I think you guys were doing a story on Friday, right? How was that?
Yes.
How was that news story that you guys did?
It was pretty cool, I mean, it's cool with, like, laid-back people, but, like, when I get interviewed by, like, I don't know, like, other people, it's just, I don't know, it's weird.
Is it kind
I
of
always
like
get nervous.
Too serious?
Is it like
too serious. Like, I
Right.
feel like it's a script. Like I have
Yeah.
to say, you know, and I just feel like myself now.
Nice. That's
Hell
what's
yeah.
up. Yeah, I can see like how that would be intimidating. You know what I mean? Especially when they come off kind of like really like, hey, we got to stick to, like you said, the script and being very like, I guess very like, how would I say, like
PC?
very professional.
Yeah.
But it's also cool to kind of like have you here and like let you like vibe out and like
Yeah.
be yourself. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because we
exactly.
want to get like that type of interview out of you as opposed to the more serious one. You know?
I want to know the real girl that kicks everybody's ass. I
Gonna
wanna
kick your
know,
ass.
really. Yeah.
So I read in a story that your mom and your grandma were fighters as well, right?
Yes, they were.
So growing up with them, was there kind of like a pressure to like get into boxing, or were they kind of like, hey, this is there if you want, but like kind of do your own thing?
I honestly got myself into boxing. I didn't even know what boxing was, honestly. And then I watched this documentary, 2012 Olympics, featuring Marlena Esparza. And I was like, dang, I want to do that. You know, it seems really cool. And I mean, as Stevie can tell you, our family's crazy. You know, our family's crazy. So like hearing all those stories, it just motivates you. It's like,
Right.
I want to do something. Like, I want to do something crazy too, but not get like in trouble.
Right.
And by
So-
this time, you already knew, like, obviously, that your mom and your grandma were in boxing.
I didn't. They
Oh.
told me when I joined. They're like, yeah, you know, your mom used to do this. I was like, why didn't you tell me? You know? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy. Like
It's just something, I guess, natural that runs in the blood, you know?
exactly. Like I just started loving it. You know. Well, before that it was karate, and it was a non-contact sport, and I was like, this is boring.
She's like, I want to see some blood.
Okay, and this was like what age at this time?
9.
9. Okay, so that's very like you're still very young and impressionable at that point. And
She wanted
like
to beat up people at 9 years old, bro.
well, and that's the thing. I kind of think maybe your mom should have told you she was in boxing. I don't know. I feel like that like should have been the move. But
Was that-
at the
I mean, was there a reason
But I could see like from a parent, like, would you
Right.
want like your daughter like to be like in boxing right away? Like if
I
you
mean,
know
my
what
son's already beating up kids, so, you know.
No, he's not.
maybe-
Don't lie.
She just
Well-
wanted me to do something that I wanted to do. Like
Okay.
she even to this day she tells me like if you don't want to do this,
Right.
I don't care if you're a national champion. I don't care if you're a world champion. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
and that's the most important thing I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that there wasn't like obviously like you could have kind of like this pressure, but it wasn't like this was being forced. Like
Exactly.
you know, like a lot of you'll see that with parents that you know they'll force their kids to play football, especially if they had done football in the past, or like even doctors, they'll push their kids
Yeah.
to be doctors or lawyers.
It's a
whatever the case
difference
may be.
when you're supporting someone and when you're kind of like forcing someone.
Exactly.
And obviously, it looks like her mom's a big supporter, and that's cool. That's awesome, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's up, and it means a lot to have like your family behind you. You
It
know what I mean?
does.
It makes everything that you work for and all the hard work and time. It makes it all worth it, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So talk to me about growing up El Paso, Lower Valley. What do you remember being as a kid? Like, what do you remember like doing? Like hanging out with like your friends? What was it that you guys were into?
Well, growing up, my grandma lived on the east side too, so I would be like, you know,
Back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth. And it was nice, you know. I was an outside kid. I was still, you know, not this new generation with the phones and stuff. I was chilling outside.
It's rare when you see them kids outside.
Yeah, dude, you don't see kids outside anymore. But I think she's like at that cusp, like right after like people younger than
Yeah,
you. A lot of
exactly.
people don't go outside
With their
anymore.
flip phones trying to look all cool.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's funny. So, what was the first phone that you got? Obviously, was it an old flip phone?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's funny. You had an iPhone?
No. When I was little, remember, me and my grandma would like take pictures and I'd be with my phone.
Like
Like,
a-
I felt so cool with my phone. It
Was it like one of the Virgin Mobile phones that you
was
buy?
like, you know, like those ones that you like
The Psychic?
keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ones you flip.
Oh,
you slide.
damn.
Yeah,
she
I
has-
felt like that was so cool.
She has a
I'd
better
be in
phone than-
pictures
than
just
Blue.
Like, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Dude, I
crazy.
had those Nokia ones. Like, it wasn't even flip phone. It was just like a
Like a brick.
Like a little brick.
Yeah.
And I'd forget to charge it for like 2 weeks, and that shit was still running.
Dude, you know what's crazy? And I
It
think
probably still works right now.
you know what's crazy? I think we talked about this before, but do you know that people used to have like actual phones in their car? Like a fucking literally like a landline in their car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
I did not know that.
the
Yeah.
string y
Wow,
todo.
that's crazy.
This was like I mean, this was what, like back in 95,
Early 90s,
96?
yeah. Mid 90s.
Yeah, and then like people would have CD players, but they'd be in the trunk. And so you would go feed your CDs in there, and it would rotate like the
Oh,
same
shit,
6
that's
CDs,
cool.
right? That
I
shit's
didn't even
crazy.
know
Wait,
that.
how old are you, Chris? I don't
I know,
remember
right?
that shit.
I remember that, dude. I remember that clearly because like now, like I always talk about how easy we have it. Like any music, any video, any movie,
Exactly.
like Bluetooth. It's like technology's just made our fucking like life so much easier. House phones, you could only call one person at a time because you would tie up the line and shit.
Your mom would be listening in the other line.
I know, right?
You could hear her breathing, you know. It's like, Ma!
She went to her grandma's house and she was like, my grandma's phone is ringing. I'm like, she still has a house phone?
Hey, that's true. When was the last time
We don't have a house phone. My
we don't
parents
have
don't
a
have a
house
house phone.
Dude, my parents got rid of their house phone in like 6th grade.
They're like obsolete now.
Yeah, dude. The only people that call are telemarketers.
I guess
dude.
they're the only people that have it. You know?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm in my line of work. I go through applications, and sometimes there's a house phone. I'm like, wow, really? Like,
they're still there?
yeah, it's still there.
Landline?
Like an actual line. Like business. I mean, it's because it's a business, but an actual house phone. I'm like, whoa, true.
Yeah, that's
Still
crazy.
old.
So, Kayla, coming from a family of boxers, like, is there like an underlying importance of like boxing, like in the family, or like is it more like of what boxing identifies or like is seen as, like being strong, being resilient, being able to get back up after you've been knocked down? Like, is there that sort of underlying lesson like in your family?
I guess resilience. Each and every one of us, whether it's boxing or not, we all have that resilience to be independent and just keep going. You know, like so.
Hey.
Nice. That's what's up. Are you an only child?
No, I have a brother.
You have a brother?
Yes.
What's he like? Is he like totally opposite of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally opposite.
Yeah, he
Video
beat-
games, everything.
You beat him up? Is that what you're saying?
No. Sometimes I want to, but I'm like, no.
She's like, got my lunch money.
She's
dude.
like, I gotta save his life and
I know.
not hit him.
You got my lunch money.
So he's into like video games and stuff.
Yes, he's actually talented at that, honestly. Like, he goes out and he plays, like, for money and stuff.
Oh,
Pretty
nice.
good,
Damn.
yeah.
So he's like a competitive gamer.
You hear that, Joe?
Exactly.
You
do
could
that
be
shit
doing
for
that,
free,
Joe.
bro.
I can make money off of that.
Yeah, instead of
You
just
can,
playing,
big bucks,
he just
seriously.
plays at his house by himself, and he thinks he's the best. I'm sure he's good. Like I'm sure he's okay. Like I don't know like what level of competition there is
Yeah.
out there, but I don't think he'd be a gold medalist gamer. That's you know what I mean. Yeah, you know
See,
what?
you have to have the confidence.
Right.
No, I only play when like I'm bored. Like if I have the chance to like either go out off-roading or stay home and play, I'm go out and off-roading.
He's top 10, but from his block.
Hey, but I live down the street, so I'm better than him though.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't- like. So we talked about this on the last episode. I'm not a very like confrontational person. Like I don't like to fight. Like
Hey,
I've never been in a fight.
Hey, she's gonna come. She's gonna hear you. She's gonna come and
your
beat you
wife
up, dude. Or she's gonna tell her to beat you up.
So I've never been in a fight before. Like I'm a very mellow guy. Like I don't like. I always would rather talk things out than for anything to get physical. So for you, like it's kind of seems like you're the opposite. Like you kind of like seek like kind of not like you like conflict, but you don't run away from it, right?
Yeah.
And when you are fighting when you're fighting someone new or somebody that maybe perceived a little bit higher level than you, like you're not scared of that at all, right?
No, it makes me eager to prove that I'm better, you know? Not in a cocky way, but just like I train really hard and I want to, if they're better, you know, I'm going
Right.
to learn to beat you. But as of right now, I feel like I can do it.
Right.
Confidence.
You
Yeah.
have to have confidence in anything you do. If you wanted to play a video game or anything, you have to have confidence. If you go on the ring timid, I mean,
They can tell.
exactly.
And then you're in trouble.
Yeah, this is a brutal sport, you know,
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course.
just like you have to.
Yeah, that's wild.
The only thing that Chris does good is he drinks that beer nice and confident.
Dude, she can literally like raise her hand. He's gonna flinch.
I was gonna say the only thing I knock out is myself after a few minutes. You know what I mean? That's it. Just
no.
you know,
And he ain't lying.
that's funny. So where did you started getting into boxing? You said who was the person you watched fighting?
Marlena Esparza,
Okay,
she
and
inspired
then
me.
and then I saw somewhere that she had a fight here, and you were her sparring partner.
Yes, I
So like,
helped her train for
how
it.
surreal is that? Like you're from one day as a little kid.
9-year-old.
You're watching her on TV or video, VHS, whatever, and you're like, wow, this is somebody who's inspiring me. And then fast forward into the future, about a decade or so, less than that, and you're actually
Yeah,
sparring with
that's
her in the
crazy.
ring. That's
And
like
she
crazy.
messaged me. I didn't message
Oh,
her.
she hit you.
Damn.
I was like, that's the more
So how did
crazier part.
yeah? How did that happen? How did she find you? Or
I have no idea to this day. I don't know. And she just found me and she said, you know what? Like everybody talks about you. You seem really tough, and that's the type of work I need. So if you can come down and help me, and I came down and helped her, and she's like one of my bestest friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, and where is she from?
She's from Houston.
She's from Houston.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm thinking that she might or her team, they probably like keep an eye out for like young fighters, and since you're in Texas, yeah, it's far,
Yeah.
but it's still, you know, it's the same state.
Exactly.
And so yeah, so you got to spar with her, and then she fought here at the Dawn,
Mm-hmm.
and she won her fight, I believe, right? Who was she fighting?
I forgot her name, but she's a really aggressive fighter. She's pretty good herself.
Okay. Did you get to go? Did she take you?
No, I couldn't go because I had a tournament coming up. It was crazy.
Okay.
Like the week we sparred, the next week she fought, and I couldn't be there because I had
Right.
a tournament.
Because you already had something
Yeah.
else planned. Okay.
Well, we both won, so that's a good thing.
Hey, there you go.
So-
There you go. You guys, or what is it? The saying like steel sharpens steel, or
Exactly.
something like that. Like you've never.
I don't know what you're talking
Nobody's
about.
heard about that.
Hey,
You've heard it. Or
sharpens
iron
iron.
sharpens
Yeah, yeah.
iron. There
Punch
you
him.
go.
Just punch him
I
one.
know what you're saying.
Still sharpens steel. God damn.
She
But-
used to work with her in her last fight too. She fought not too long ago, and she went over there to work with her, and she won her fight again.
Oh, nice. So I noticed you travel a lot, right?
Yes, I do.
Like you sometimes will be training in Colorado with Team USA.
Yes.
But where else do you train like from time to time? Like what
All
other
over.
locations?
All over. Just getting knowledge from different fighters, different coaches, and everywhere. Everywhere that I'm welcome, that I go.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's sorry, dude. It's good. It seems like you're like a sponge in those
Yeah.
situations, and you
No, you
kind
have to
of
be.
like soak up information, soak up game, as people would say,
Exactly.
from people that are more successful than you at the moment. But it's cool. It seems like these people they like you, they like your work ethic, they like the way you fight, so they're more than willing to like help you out and kind of give you some guidance. Because I'm sure in navigating like the world of pro boxing, I'm sure it's tough, and you kind of have to have those people that are there to like push you like
Yes.
in the right direction.
Or
You
even
know what I mean?
predecessors. You see what other people do, and you're just like, maybe I shouldn't go out down that route.
Right.
you know?
Maybe I should not do that.
Yeah, exactly. So
When was your first fight? Your first, like, I guess, official fight?
when I was 9 years old.
9 years old. Wow.
Were you fighting like? Were there other girls to fight, or were you fighting like other like guys, little
It was
boys?
like very. It's very like there was nobody, you know, and I was like, shoot, you know. But nationals, there's a lot of people. So
And how do you like? Do you guys travel mostly? Like, do you guys drive or do you fly a lot?
we either drive or fly. Just sometimes with the funds, we either, you know.
Whatever's in the budget,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And when you're driving from place to place and meeting all these new people, what goes through your head in those situations? Like thinking of how far you've come from that first fight that he mentioned, being 9 years old to where you are right now.
Well, you don't realize it, so you just start meeting all of these like famous people that like notice you, and you're just like, you notice me? And they're like, yeah, you're a well-accomplished fighter yourself. And that's when you start realizing like, dang, I have pretty much accomplished a lot. Like I always be humble and I always want to accomplish more. But just all of these people that I'm meeting and they're just telling me all of these great things. It's just like, wow. You know?
Seems incredible once you kind of like step back and kind of see it all, see everything that you've done.
Exactly. It's
I mean,
like,
come on,
wow.
you're at Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I believe, or I assume that at some point, right? Whether, you know, I was reading a story that you lost a fight that was gonna help you get like not a placement on the Olympic team, but like almost like another shot at being on the team, and you ended up losing that fight. But then the next fight I think got canceled due to COVID or something like that. So when you go through those turbulent times, like what is it that helps like to keep you going? Is it like your family? Is it just like the pure love for fighting? What is it that you think helps ultimately drive you?
I just love the sport, and it's just like you might have one up me there, or you might have at least, you know, tried or something. But the next time I'm gonna, you know,
Right.
it's just a love for it, you know, and my family as well. They're always motivating, helping me, and it's just a great feeling. I can't wait to get back in, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I love
Look at
what
her,
I
dude.
do.
She wants to fight already. Look at her.
Dude, she's looking
The
at
thing
Joe
is,
like.
I'm not confrontational. It's just like I love what I do when I have to do it, you know.
Hey.
Like I'm not over here looking for trouble. Like, you know,
Okay.
keeps me pretty patient.
Yeah.
So what about like, and I don't know if this is true, but I saw that kind of like you were like getting in fights at school or a little bit, like getting in trouble at school.
A little
I was
bit.
gonna ask, yeah, like how was that? Like, you know, was there always issues at school for you, or you know, were they handled quickly?
I mean, I was a good kid, You know, like
Swift and quickly.
academically, I was a good kid, but it's not like I was out there looking for trouble. It's just people,
Haters.
like, yeah, I guess so.
Is it almost like that thing where they knew you were like trying to be like a boxer, like fight, like to do fighting, and they're like, well, I can test her,
It's
I
just
guess.
they were really jealous because like I was boxing and they were like, you're not a real boxer and stuff. And then like I wouldn't care, but then when they would
That's
try to
savage.
fight me, I
Right.
would beat them up, and then that's when they go cry.
Like,
to
oh,
teachers.
true, you can box. Oh, with the big old black guy.
Yeah. Damn. So wait. So kids would literally straight up tell you that, like, you're not a real boxer. Like,
No, they wouldn't say it to my face.
No,
but
they would, like,
I would
rumors,
hear it
yeah.
around, but I was just like,
Okay.
whatever, they're rumors, whatever.
And you're like,
then
what
they
do
try
you-
to fight me, and I was like, okay.
damn,
You know?
that's wild, dude.
She's like
Imagine-
left hand only. Watch.
I know, right?
dude.
1 foot.
Kid-
Tell her, no face, okay, just body shot.
Just body
just
shot.
body shot.
Not in the face, babe.
There was one time this girl was like, she was
Oh, that's
testing
hilarious.
me. She tried to kick me,
I
and I didn't
whoa.
even notice. Like I was even like, I forgot what I was doing. I was doing the monkey bars. She kicked me. I was like, what the heck? And I punched her right in the face, and I had rings on, and she was bleeding. But I was really good with the teachers,
Right.
So the teacher saw me, and she was like, you never do this, so I'm gonna let this slide. And the girl was like holding her nose, and I was like, oh. You know?
The teachers are like, damn, I better not say
She's
shit.
gonna beat me up too.
Right?
Kick my
I'm
ass.
gonna be next.
She's like, I heard her mom and her grandma's a boxer too.
well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're like in stature, obviously. Like, I mean, you're kind of
Taller than you, Chris.
She's not taller than me. I'm pretty
Yeah,
short.
probably. Everybody's taller than Chris.
I mean, I'm pretty short. You're a little shorter than me, but I can imagine in school, like you were like probably real little, you know.
Yeah, I was little.
And then so I think that I'm telling you, it was like the perfect storm. Kids are like, oh, she thinks she's boxing. Oh, she's short. Like,
Yeah.
I'll knock her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And
It was like
then
her first fight. It was her very first fight, and the girl she was gonna fight was a lot taller than her. So our coach is meeting her, and they're laughing. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna fight that little girl." Well, she got up in the ring. Guess who won?
Damn.
there you go.
Kidney shots the whole time.
So I mean, they underestimate her, and they don't know what.
It was pretty funny though because before we even started, I had like my adrenaline up because I slipped and I like, of course, no, we haven't even started. So like I slipped and I got up like if she hit me like, and she's all the way over there. And
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that adrenaline. It was pretty.
You're like, oh
crazy.
yeah, you made me slip. All right. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. And so have you been actually like knocked out?
No.
No. Okay. Damn. She's like,
She's like, dude, you're asking for it.
Come on, Chris.
why are you asking those stupid questions?
You're asking for it. You're asking for it already, dude.
She's like, damn, but you're about to get knocked out. I mean, I was just like, it's because I don't know like how, like, because I would
He's
think
not a fighter. That's
yeah.
why.
I mean, I
That's
would think if you fight so many times, like the probability or the chances are it's one time
maybe
it's
you
gonna
would get
happen.
knocked
Yeah.
out, Chris.
Well, yeah, of course I would, but I don't train to box. You know what I mean? And was there like when you were starting out, was there a certain gym you were training at?
I used to train with Raul Prieto.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
He's my first coach.
is he like is he known like in the boxing scene?
He used to be the president of our region.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's so that's a very like important guy to know.
Yeah.
and then because he can make connections with other people.
Exactly.
Okay, and like when you're sparring, do you listen to like a certain type of music or anything, or like how is that?
I mean, I have to get pumped, so
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. No, okay,
Well,
hold
maybe
on.
sometimes when I'm trying to like, I'm trying to move my feet.
All right, hold on.
go
Let
to
me and
bar or
Joe
something.
guess who like we would think that you're listening to while
Okay,
you're sparring.
cool.
Oh Jesus.
You said Bad Bunny. Do you want to take another guess? That was a terrible guess.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, if you, I mean, for me, like to get pumped, like I go.
okay,
old school.
not you. Not we're asking you what she listens to.
You probably listen to the Barney
He's gonna
song.
say the
Get out of here.
Beatles or
Yeah.
something.
No,
like
dude.
What would
the,
I get pumped to?
the Doors.
I
Probably.
think you had a little too much. I'm trying to fight already.
Hey, cut me off.
I think she listens to some rock, some heavy rock.
Heavy rock.
Heavy rock.
Okay, I'll say.
Wait, what? Why do I look like?
Well, that's what I mean. That's what
You have her
usually people-
listening to Slipknot?
Yeah, like
Okay.
when she's like
Maybe like
punching
Korn.
the back. Yeah, you know.
Corn. I would say like some Migos or Young Thug, Future, something like that. Somewhere in those lines.
She's like Vicente Fernandez all the way.
Who is it that you like to listen
I
to?
listen to a lot, like maybe Young Jeezy,
Well, there you go.
3 Days
Some-
Grace, just different things.
Okay, that-
from rap to rock to. I don't like yelling rock.
Right.
You can't even understand.
Right,
Like,
me
I love
neither.
some meaningful things.
What about
that make me
Taylor
wanna,
Swift?
You don't like Taylor Swift? What? Damn.
Like she's not. She's probably a cool girl, but I don't like her music.
She's like, I knock her out, but
I love Taylor Swift. If I'm being honest, yeah,
But
for
do you
sure.
love her?
Yeah.
Well, like no, I like
he
her
loves
music.
her.
Like,
Oh.
borderline
That's why.
obsessed.
nah,
Shine in that closet.
Nah, don't open that closet. I just like her music, and like you said, like I like meaning, I like lyrics in the music. You know what I mean? So, like you said, I don't like the over aggressive yelling. Like I'm good with that.
Yeah,
You can keep that. But yeah, like some good meaningful lyrics and a nice catchy beat and a hook, and you got me. You know what I mean? So I mean that's. Yeah,
Dude,
but I
what
do
kind of
love
music
Taylor
would you
Swift.
try to listen to if you're a boxer?
I was gonna say like something that like really gets me pumped is like because Lena was listening to it is like Pop Smoke, like you know who Pop Smoke is,
of
and I was
course.
like, geez,
That's
like
the
I feel
man
like I
right
want to
there.
like run through a wall, and I was just sitting here. Yeah, I was like editing like a
Wait, why
podcast
Pop
episode.
Smoke, though? That usually makes me feel a vibe. Like you're over here.
Yeah.
I was. It's because like I guess because like of how hard and like how consistent like the bass is, like boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah,
boom, like, and I'm over here editing the video
Feel like
and
you're
like.
from the Bronx. You're like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the streets of New York, like dancing with these guys in a music video.
The guy that doesn't throw a punch.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
You're
like,
lying to us now.
No, I swear, Pop Smoke, like it makes me a little violent. I would
makes
say.
He sends me a text like, "Yo, Misa, you want to fight?" And I was like, "What?" He's like,
him
"Mortal
being violent.
Kombat."
Hey, him being violent. It's like I'm calling the cops.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking like because, and I think I saw in one of the videos you had your headphones on while you were sparring, so
Yeah.
I was like, I love music, so I was like, I wonder what she's
I
listening
love
to.
music. Like that's like my getaway. You know, that's just how I cope with anything music. You know.
And so like, who's favorite artist like that? You're just like that. You're a big fan of.
You know, I'm
Multiple
old
artists.
School. I can go old school to new school to like I like anything except for country.
What?
Ain't no country.
Bro.
She knows what's up.
I love country
Maybe
music.
like 2 songs. Maybe like 2 songs.
Two
Like,
songs?
I think what is it? Neon Moon.
Okay, everybody
There you
likes
go.
Brooks and Dunn. Yes, everybody likes that song. What else?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Lambert.
Yeah. Some songs from her.
Miranda Lambert goes hard.
She goes hard.
Luke
yeah.
Bryan goes hard. Luke Combs goes hard. I love country, by the way. But your favorite artist, like, I know you said old school. Is that because of like your mom's influence?
Maybe, but I mean, it just grew on me, I guess.
Like old school, like Easy E old school, or like
Easy type old school. Yeah.
damn. I was gonna.
Tell it like it is type of thing.
I was
you know?
expecting.
What
her to
about
say,
like Robert Johnson, old school?
Oh my god.
No,
Robert Johnson's like an old classical singer from like the 60s.
1936, 1936, bro.
Jesus Christ.
And you want her to you want her
It
to
gets me
expect to
pumped.
know
Look
that.
at that poster. Have her look at that poster, and that's what she listens to. Right there.
Actually, she listens to a lot of oldies too.
Oldies.
Oldies.
Yeah, I love
Okay,
oldies.
I love oldies, especially on
Sunday oldies.
like
Some
not,
Dion,
Being
you know?
Mexican, I mean, come on.
Right.
You have to love oldies.
right 92.3 The Fox on a Sunday. That's like a fucking tradition here in El
Right.
Paso. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's cool. So like old school rock. Let's see.
Young
What?
Jeezy, that's the man right there.
Ooh, old Jeezy.
So I figured you
USDA.
listen to you put on For Your City a lot. Yeah, that's a great
good
song.
one. That's
a
good
great
one, though.
song,
That's a
dude.
great
It's the
song.
only
That
one
gets
I
me
know.
bumped up.
That's
Yeah.
the only one you know.
dude.
What about My President's Black?
What he is?
No, well he was. I mean,
But I haven't even heard that one.
You haven't heard that song?
You see?
That was like when they elected Obama, Young Jeezy, like that was like he dropped that song and it was
Yeah.
just like it was a huge thing.
I
mean,
listen to a lot of his songs, but I haven't heard that one.
Do you
I'll
like
probably
Drake?
listen to it. Yeah.
yeah, I
Who
love
doesn't,
Drake.
right?
Yeah, Drake's
You love
the shit.
Drake.
Yeah, I'm like his biggest fan for sure.
For real?
Certified lover
Yeah,
boys.
certified
right here.
lover boy.
Certified
yeah,
lover boy.
that's
He's trying to look for that hot sauce he used recently. dude.
Oh no.
He's like, I need some of that
Did you
Valentina.
hear about
Taylor
that
Swift
story?
Up in here.
Oh, that was crazy. But yeah, so okay, so let's talk about when you went to the Pan American Games. Had you traveled outside of the country before? Because this was in Colombia, in Cali, Colombia. That's
Dangerous, dude.
far. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's
far. It's a whole different like world over there. And-
South America, dude.
Well, yeah, South America. There's like so it's not as secure. Like you
southern
gotta really be
hemisphere.
careful.
Was there electricity out there?
Yes,
Yes,
dude.
dude.
God bless. Of
They're not
course,
thirsty.
there's-
Oh,
yes.
wow.
I had
Water
to
was
ask.
scarce. Like it was like ooh.
Really?
Really?
Like I had a shower one time with water bottles.
Okay. I mean,
Damn.
I can see that. I mean, yeah, it's, some of the conditions over there can be pretty rough. But so how was that? Like, had you been to Mexico previously?
Yes.
Okay, so you had been used to kind of being like
Oh, you
away
know what?
from home.
After. Never mind.
After?
Yeah,
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay,
But
so you went
that's
to
like the
Guadalajara.
American Games.
Guadalajara.
You went to Guadalajara? Okay.
It's nice
And-
over there.
That's the qualifier to even qualify for the Pan American Games.
okay. So you went there prior to going to Colombia?
Yes.
Okay. And so who went with you to Colombia? Just you and your mom, or was
No,
grandmother?
just
Or
Team
you-
USA.
Oh, damn.
Team USA.
So you went with the squad?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And no family member is allowed at all?
Not really. It was
Okay.
kind of like they were iffy about it because of
Yeah, I mean, it's the
Oh,
money,
right.
it's a-
This was during COVID, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Of
But I'm
course.
sure she would have gone if she could, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking if it
I would have
wasn't-
gone too if I could, dude.
Yeah, me
It
too.
was pretty expensive, and then we can't have a contact with them. They're like in a bubble.
Oh,
so
so
I
it's-
was like, you know what? We can just sit this one out.
Right.
Yeah, because you can't even like coach her, like talk to her,
I'll be
like
closer.
because it's like the bubble, like the NBA bubble. And
Yeah.
stuff.
We did
I mean-
go to Guadalajara. We did
Yeah, the
Okay.
first qualifier.
Was that something hard to go through, knowing that, like, you know, being your mom's not being there, any family
It
members?
gave me more motivation, honestly. It's like they're not
'Cause
there,
they
so
watching.
it made me feel like all this weight on my shoulders. Like I had to just put on for my city, my mom, my family, you know, and I did that.
Hell yeah, dude.
And was it? But like, I'm still like interested in like the actual like going into like another country, because I've never been outside of like the U.S. and so traveling into like Colombia, that's like,
This dude barely leaves his room.
yeah, I barely leave my house, let alone go to Colombia, and that's like,
Right.
and I thought you were with your mom, but since you were with just the team, I'm sure like obviously you were safe and everything, but I didn't think that you were prepared to probably shower with water bottles, right?
Right? No,
I'm
I did
sure
not
that
think
was like
so.
a shock. Like you're like, what?
Yeah,
Like
that was
culture
a different
shock.
experience. That
Yeah.
was because I mean I went out of the country before in Poland, 2019.
Oh
I
shit, you
believe.
went to
Poland.
Poland?
So, yes,
Okay,
and that was
cool.
by myself as well.
Okay.
So I already experienced,
Right.
you know, being out of the country by myself. It's just the thing was, I mean, our hotels were a lot better than Colombia. That
Oh, well,
was,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like when I was sleeping on like cement. Like the beds were like boom.
Damn, like a
All
brick.
flat, it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah,
Well, it's because they were kind of biased. We were supposed to get like a nice hotel, and they're like, no, the Colombians are gonna stay there. I'm like, they live here.
I mean, you would have probably done the same,
Yeah.
you know, if like if
They're
it's-
like, nah, no, the Americans, nah.
they're like, I would have been like, go back to your hut.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Shit,
Kayla
they
was
give her a
like,
water bottle here, take a shower.
bro, Kayla was
we
like,
had
you
flexing
could
our
you could
gomeros
stay
every
at
day.
home, like you could just stay at home and meet us at the arena. Like,
Right.
that's funny. Yeah, and like when I saw that those games were in Colombia, I was really interested in that because like I know like in the news, Colombia's been in the news for like a lot of civil unrest. A lot of things aren't the best down there. So when you go to a country like that, you're gonna see some things or go through some things that are kind of like eye opening in a way. You know what I mean? So I thought that was interesting. But you went down there. You said you got the job done. You won the gold medal down there. How proud were you at that moment?
what's
Like,
that
what was
feeling?
that? Like, what was it? What was going through your head in that situation?
When I was, you know, I was stepping on the little, you know, the number one.
The podium.
Yeah, the,
The
podium.
podium,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the podium. It was just an amazing feeling. You know, like your anthem is playing. You're just like, wow, I just did this. You know, it doesn't even feel real. Honestly, you're just like, wow.
Damn, dude, I'd be looking at my gold medal and be like, how much is this shit worth?
I know,
All right.
right? Right. I was trying to be patient, be professional.
Yeah.
This is just
it
like
heavy?
like
I mean, honestly, I had better gold medals. Like when I saw it, it kind of looks bronze.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, that
So I was kind of like,
I don't want to say anything because I was like, what if she retaliates?
I mean,
What if she knocks me out?
I mean, it's still a medal though. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
So-
like
It's a medal that I'll never get.
yeah, and like eventually, like one day you'll have like a room in your house or somewhere where you'll have all these things like hung up and displayed and stuff. So that's what's up. You already do, right? It's like one day. No, we already got that. But yeah, that's cool. So I'm sure when you won, it kind of validates everything that you feel, and like if anything, it's like, oh, for sure. Now we're gonna take this to the next level.
Exactly.
Which you said is what, the 2024 Olympics, and that's the target, is to be part of the Team USA that goes over there.
yes,
Well, I mean, by this point, you've been doing it for like half of your life already.
exactly.
You know, so is there do you see yourself doing it for a very long time till that point, or do you feel that like at one point you're gonna maybe change careers and do something else?
I can't really tell you like right now because you know life happens and different things. But as of right now, I love it, and I'm gonna stick with it for a very long time till I get the job done. I don't know when I'm gonna stop boxing, but until I fulfilled everything I want, then
And what is that?
just winning as much as I like. When I feel comfortable and being like, okay, I'm a pretty accomplished person. It's time to market myself, do other things. That's probably when. There's no really like when, you know, I want to be undisputed, but then it's like, what else division I want to take, you know?
Hey,
It's like I'm thinking bigger, and I just
would there be any way you could train Chris?
Chris.
Because if I'm not wrong, I think a few episodes. I think it was DJ. DJ Bonds.
Oh yeah, we've had a local boxer, DJ Bonds, in here before.
I train at his gym.
Oh nice, yeah.
Oh,
DJ's cool.
Brandon White.
We also Brandon White's
Yeah,
been
he's
in
cool.
here. Brandon's cool. Brandon the Great White.
Yeah, the Great White.
I love his nickname. It was
that's
probably
awesome.
like one of the best ones.
No, I like El Cucuy.
El Cucuy.
El Negro Cucuy.
Yeah.
Well, I like that one too, but like the thing with that one is.
You're scared.
Well, no. Well, okay. Well, yes, I am. But if you're not like of Hispanic culture, like you're probably not gonna understand what that nickname is right away.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's why he goes out there and makes them understand. Like, now you know.
Scared of me.
Now you know.
But yeah, DJ Bonds and Brandon White were here back when our studio
Cheerio.
our studio was like barely in the works, but they've been on the podcast before and like
Yeah, and I was gonna say the only reason why I'm asking if you would ever train him because Chris actually did a little like training. There was like a little. He was at a park. Do we have that video where we could show her?
Watch. What we'll do is we'll take a break, but we'll open up the second part of the podcast by showing that
With the
video,
video.
and I'll give you some context here.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It was at the Galatsan Rec Center, which is over here by Sunland Park, Mesa Hills, Sunland Park, and it was the Easter holiday, and they had like a big festival there, and there was a guy who was he owned the boxing gym, and he was doing promo, and he was trying to get people to like
Sign up.
not do like he wanted you to sign up for his gym. But he was doing like
He was testing them out too. Like, come here, you want to try it out?
not
Let's see what
sparring,
you-
but when they hold the pads,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, and then you do your thing. So I did
terrible
that.
form.
So the guy chose me. I don't know why he chose me. He chose me and my friend Ryan, and he's like, "You guys want to do this?" And
He's
we're
like, look at this little doughboy. Get over here.
And then so yeah, we did
Chris
a little
felt like a
training
pro.
exercise. Yeah, I did feel good. I mean, I look good moving too. We'll see. We'll let her decide, but we'll watch that video right now. It's on my IG. We just gotta find it.
He got knocked out by the pads, dude.
But yeah, so we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about that. I also just want to get to know you a little bit more. We'll talk less boxing. We'll talk more about just like Kayla, the person, like the individual. And we'll get into that. And then at the very end, I have a random this or that segment where I'm just going to throw random this or that questions at you and you answer them at a rapid pace. And we'll end the podcast with that. So
I'm gonna be tongue twisters and everything. I'll make up words like you.
Damn, she's roasting me right now. And I
Hey,
can't
dude.
do nothing
Can't
about
even say
it.
anything. You can't even write it
Yeah,
back.
I'm like,
Hey.
that's fine.
It's okay. I'd rather her roast you than fucking put you to
I didn't
sleep.
mean it like that.
No, you're
I think
good.
you're pretty cool.
No,
honestly.
yeah, and the questions are just like this or that. So it's like this or that, and you just pick one, and then we go to the next thing. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and take a break. We're at 37 minutes here, conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast with our friend Kaylagomez. Kayla, tell people where they can find you on social media.
It's Kayla_Gomez. So
Okay,
underscore.
go follow her, guys. You can stay up to date with when she's fighting, all that good stuff.
Instagram, Facebook, and I guess
Inst-
YouTube now too.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our Instagram. We're going to take this break, and we will be right.
Try to replace me, but bitch, I'm one of a kind. You know, I be racing up on the highway 95. Look, I don't give a fuck why these niggas hating on me. Oh, wait, because I got your bitch tripping on me. She said my love promethazine got her leaning on me. Spanish mommy with that accent, bet she call me Poppy. Okay, yeah, she be hitting my phone like when she.
All right, guys, we are back from break, episode 110 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Thank you all for supporting us. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you guys are subscribing, following us, all that good stuff. Miss Kayla, how are you feeling the vibes today?
I mean, the vibes are pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you brought the gold medal. I mean,
What's cooler than that?
What's cool than being cool?
ice
Ice
cold,
cold.
baby. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
All right, Joe.
Joe, chill. Joe,
Joe, you've been drinking too
we give
much.
him one beer, dude.
One beer and he's
One
done.
beer
What's
and he's
bragging
like,
on Joe for?
she's the first person that's ever defended Joe. Normally they're like,
I'm
it's
hired as
okay.
security every time we come.
She's like, don't be clowning on Joe. Don't do that.
They'll be like, Kayla, the truth that defends Joe Gomez.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we got into this interesting conversation off air right now. And shout out to your mom and your grandma for being here. They're super cool. And we were getting into this conversation. We were talking about how We mentioned that you were fighting in Guadalajara, but I thought that was good. That
was all right.
That was good. That was a good
That was
pronunciation of the word.
mid at like
Right. I mean, I'm not saying it was like 10, but that was like a 7.5.
No, that's like a
acceptable.
4. A 4. I'll give
solid
it
four.
So we were talking about the situations of like going overseas or going into other countries and how things are different. Things are obviously different. Showering with water bottles. But you were also saying how like even the flying to get to certain places.
Yeah, because they flew from Juarez, right?
Yes, I flew from Juarez.
Yeah, so like what is that like compared to like flying here? Like the situation, the plane status, like how is that? What would you say is like?
I don't think she remembers because she was asleep, right?
Yeah, they were clowning her for going to sleep. But I mean, you had to walk on the plane. So like, what do you remember
Felt
about
like the
that?
president, like it was pretty crazy. But then you walk into the plane, it's all like kind of old,
Right.
So,
It's kind of like a little sketchy. You're
yeah,
like,
it's a little sketchy, but it's like, why would I want to be awake if I was to die? I'm
Right.
gonna go to sleep.
You force yourself to go to sleep. On
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
just like,
yeah,
she's like, I'm gonna put some.
When she goes internationally, she usually goes with a team. So
Yeah.
she flies out of El Paso.
Right.
But we went to Tijuana, and that's when she.
You had to fly out of Juarez,
Yes.
right? Okay. And I've never flown. I mean, I've flown here domestically. I've never flown out of Juarez. I can imagine it's the standards are a little bit
It's
different.
like they're still kind of stuck in like the 60s and 70s where you would have to walk out to like the plane.
Yeah. You see, I didn't understand that. Like, you walk out onto the fucking like the runway or whatever, and then you go on the plane. Here, you just go through.
Well,
your
actually, you have to help the plane be pushed.
Yeah.
And then jump in while it's about to catch air.
No,
Like,
there's some airports here. When I went to go visit Molina, shout out Molina in Oregon, the little airport I went, it was like that. I had to walk out the airplane and then walk into the actual little airport.
yeah,
little
but there's how many people live? It's just Molina and who else?
oh yeah,
yeah, that's just because it's Oregon, dude. There's not a lot of people over there. You know what I mean? Where is Oregon? This guy,
Canada.
but yeah, so like also like being like at the hotel and stuff, like seeing armed guards, and like your grandma was saying, like even seeing pictures of people, like the missing people on the
Yeah.
wall. Like I'm sure that kind of like freaked you out a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, for their safety, because in the qualifiers before the Pan American Games, of course, they were out, just exploring. And I'm like, guys, like, don't be doing that.
Your picture's gonna be up there, guys.
Your picture's gonna be up there.
you're gonna be on the no-fly list.
For
No flight
real.
list.
Yeah, that's
I'm
funny.
glad they didn't go to Colombia, because shoot.
Jeez.
They would have been stressing you out.
I know,
She would have
right?
been like trying
Like,
to
what
fight.
are those
Yeah.
sketchy gentlemen doing? Let me get a
Right, all the
picture with those
Colombian
guys.
people.
You'd be like your grandma trying to take pictures with those armed guards.
Everywhere. That's just crazy. Like,
Yeah, so your grandma was telling us a story that she was trying to take pictures with the armed guards because they had big guns.
oh my gosh. She does, in Louisiana, that says, like for gators, beware of gators. And she's in the bush where like the water is trying to take pictures. I'm like, you see those people getting alligators out of pools and stuff, and
Right.
she's over there standing like.
She's like, oh my god, that sign says there's gators.
I
Let's go
know,
see.
Take a picture. She's crazy, but I love her.
Yeah, that's
Hey, but I feel like all grandmas are like that. Like my grandpa too. Like I remember we went to this like caverns in Monterrey, and it clearly says, "Do not touch the caverns," because supposedly it takes like 7,000 years off like the rock or whatever. What does my grandpa do? Everybody, all my uncles
She's
are
like,
like,
I need the
"Papa."
extra life.
Right? Yeah, he's like, there you go.
Yeah, my grandpa would be like, you go touch it. Or you're grounded. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And like I said, like Joe said that flying out of Mexico is not the worst thing because monetarily it's a lot cheaper, right?
Cheap, dog.
But I don't think
It's dangerous. I mean, when I went, I was telling you guys, like, I was kind of shocked, having to go to the plane, and I was thinking like, oh, dude, like first class, like this is, like my own private jet, and then you go
Right.
in and it's like flashback to 1970, the cigarettes.
Hey,
smell
there's
like
a señor there
cigarettes.
selling elote, papita.
Yeah.
No, for real, there was. Seriously, there was.
There was, and
No,
then,
seriously.
and then you were telling us also, Kayla, that you ended up falling asleep just because if something happens, you don't want to be, awake while it
Just because I'm
happened.
usually tired.
Right.
It's in the mornings too, so it was pretty easy.
But the funny part is like nobody woke you up when everybody took off, right?
yeah, I mean everybody took off and nobody woke me up. Like not even a single, person on the plane was like, just wake this person up. No, they just let me. And it's
Déjala, pobrecita.
She ends up in another country.
yeah, right?
No, she's a
No, this is
boxer,
like
güey.
another-
Don't touch her. Te va a partir la madre, güey. No, güey.
Right.
No. Y la ves dormida, te va a poner así también a ti, güey. No.
But
oh, damn, that's
Actually,
hilarious.
Boxing takes you to the most beautiful place.
Right.
yeah.
I'm sure
It's like when you're out there in these tournaments, it's like family.
Right.
Because they all have everything, like they have the same thing in common with you. So
Yeah.
you get there and you're like, hey, what's up, you know? So it's an amazing journey for us too as coaches, you know?
Right.
To be on her side, to see where she's at, you know, and to be part of it.
Not just that, but to be that, being your daughter and your granddaughter, like
That's
my
bad.
my daughter's got to step it up now.
I know, right?
Sure.
I need you to train my 5-year-old.
No, my daughter's 12 years old and she needs to do something now.
I got you
They
guys.
used to box at the same time sometimes at tournaments.
Right.
She'd have like bout 7 or whatever, and she had like bout 5. So we would tell her, babe, you gotta knock her out because I gotta go to bout 7 over
yeah.
here.
You're like, hey,
You gotta end it quick.
hey, hurry up.
You got 2 rounds.
No, for real.
Hey, where's your mom at? She's like, she's kicking some girl's ass over there.
I
Why?
know, right?
So, Kayla, how long ago was it that your mom was fighting?
About 2 years ago.
Okay, so pretty recently.
Actually,
Wow.
no, 3, I think.
Okay, nice. That's what's up. That's cool.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, dude. I'm still like in shock that like
All
you
3 of them,
Yeah,
right?
all 3 of them that are just so involved in the sport, and then obviously like passionate enough to become your coaches and to take you this far.
But
and,
like she also said earlier, like you didn't know that your mom and your grandma boxed until you actually, told your parents that you were interested on doing
Yes.
it, and that right there kind of tells you, with even without saying anything, it's like it's in the blood.
she was
It's
drawn
like,
to it.
Quiere tirar chingazos, déjala.
Do it in the ring, do
I
it
wonder-
in the ring,
Yeah.
babe.
I got a question. Have you gone in street fights?
Oh.
Not even a question. I'm kidding.
That's not even a
What is
question.
that question?
Hey, no, I'm saying, I'm saying like,
She's like, why, you trying to go outside right now?
yeah, also, she's like, catch me outside.
Dude, I think anybody that's ever boxed had to like fight like at some point in the street,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, and like it's just like that's like a stepping stone.
No, but I mean
to,
like recently. She's like,
No,
yeah, like,
dude,
just
what?
yesterday.
No, why would she be fighting recently?
I'm out there.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you never know.
Joe's treated her like she goes to the bar on the weekend looking for fights.
I was just trying to think of a reason that like she would want to fight somebody.
know,
Someone
maybe-
walking down the street.
Yeah, maybe somebody
she
looked
looked at
at
me
the
wrong.
wrong. Yeah, esa pinche vieja que.
Maybe back in the days, but not anymore.
Okay, Joe.
She saw someone else that said like #1 grandma on her shirt. She's like, oh, you are. Here we go. She started throwing. Damn.
Oh shit.
She walks away with her shirt.
On Mother's Day breakfast.
She's like, these hands are ready to eat for everyone, baby.
They're ready to eat for everybody.
Everybody can get them. All right, so Joe, Kayla, we're gonna show you this video, this very embarrassing video of what, like we were saying at the end of the break.
Yeah, now
on the
you think
first
it's
half.
embarrassing. Now that she's
Well, actually, I think it's magnificent. But I mean, when we're at
Hey,
this,
you gotta have confidence.
right? You said it earlier. You're all about
Exactly.
confidence.
Hey,
I'm over here.
you gotta
Confidence
start
meter
somewhere.
up here.
You know
Even
how-
if you didn't do good, it's like, you
Right.
tried. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And I mean, I didn't see
that's
anybody
the
else
thing.
get on that stage.
That's what's funny about it. He tried and it still looked like
Hey,
that.
you know how like when you're dreaming, you try to punch, but you can't. That's what he looks like he's doing.
All right, hold on. Don't give it all away yet, Joe. Okay, so guys, this is why we tell you if you're listening on the audio only platforms, audio or Apple Podcasts and Spotify, come over to our YouTube channel because we play the video and we show you things like this, and it's good content. You're gonna want to watch this. So yeah, come to our YouTube channel and you can see what we're about to show on the screen here. So Joe, go ahead and put it on the Zoom. And then give us the date this was so we can kind of get the context how long ago this was.
This was April 19, 2014.
Okay, so that was
like 8 years
8
ago?
years ago. Wow. So go ahead and share it, Joe. Let's get it up there. All right.
see.
So this is outside of a rec center.
Okay.
And I'm on a stage surrounded by a crowd of like a few thousand, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Just kidding.
Look at how
That's me
slow
right
he's
there.
moving.
Look at it. Oh.
Hey, that's not bad. They're straight
You have
punches.
good defense.
Dude,
Hey.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't get hit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You have every right to be confident.
The guy's gonna be like $50, dude.
Right.
He was
Yeah.
up there. He was up there for an hour.
Good defense.
Yeah. And then you see the way like I move and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
His stance y todo. Damn,
Yeah.
look at him.
dude, this fucking video. Every time we have somebody
Look,
on,
all those people right there got discouraged looking at you. That's all I'm saying.
they're like, "Where do you train at?" Okay, we're not going there. Okay. All right, you can take it down. We just wanted to show you that.
That was really
pretty
cool.
funny.
I did not think that was gonna be like that. Like people, you had pretty straight
See?
punches. Applaud to you.
Right.
And
thank
he doesn't
you.
like fighting.
Can I get a round of applause? Dude? She gave me
I
a round of
know,
applause
right?
up
They were
there.
roasting you. I want to see some sparring.
Hey, at least you got one person that believes in you,
Yeah,
Chris.
dude. At
Because
least
it ain't me.
that's funny. God, I'm glad you brought that up, Misa, because I had forgotten about that post. And like Joe said, this was 2014, dude. This was a long time
every
ago.
time we talk about boxers or whatever, and especially when you came up, I was like, dude, we gotta show her this
What's
Chris
up?
trying to be and the thing is that's what's funny. It's like Chris has never been a fighter, you know. So to actually have a video of him throwing punches, hey, dude, that's
Watch out
cool.
for this guy.
Yeah,
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
watch out.
All right, Kayla. So real fast, like we kind of wanted to get to know more of like your personal side. Obviously you spend a lot of time training. You spend a lot of time hitting the pads like I was right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe like at a way faster pace and for longer, but
That's how, dude. She was probably faster at 9 years old.
for sure. But what is it that you do like when you're not training, when you're not fighting? What is it that you like to do? Do you like to read? Do you like to hike? Do you like to like go hang out with friends? What is it that you're interested in?
Sometimes on occasion I hang out with my friends. Sometimes then I hike, hang out with my dogs. Just do different things. So,
How many dogs do you have?
two,
What are their names?
Morrison and Zero.
Okay, which one's cooler?
I can't say that.
What?
They're gonna be hearing. They're gonna be
They're gonna be listening and shit.
Hey, but that being said, like, has it been hard, with your friends and maybe even having a relationship, just because I know that it takes so much of your time?
Yes, honestly, and just like I need to be focused. It's like that saying. You are who you hang around with, and growing up in the lower valley. I'm not saying anything. It's just like I don't want to be put on the wrong path. I'm straight focused. I hang out with them when I have the chance. But as kids, we have fun, and I can't have fun right now. My fun is later. There's always fun later.
Right.
I mean,
Dude, that's focus. She's laser
it's
focused.
focused and it's great, and I think that's what a lot of people. What's the difference with a lot of people? They're good at something, but then they're not focused on their talent and stuff like that, and then they end up regretting it later on.
They don't put in that work.
Right, but I mean, I'm sure there's been times where like you've lost a good friend, or maybe
In my younger ages, because I had to grow up really fast.
Right.
This was my career, and I guess you learn that off like when you're done with high school. Like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go our separate ways. I learned that when I was like probably in elementary. Like I'm having a career at 9 years old, guys, and
dude.
and it's hard to hang out sometimes, and they wouldn't get it, and sometimes, but
That's what I was gonna say. It's probably a lot of them just not understanding really
yeah,
like
exactly.
how much like time commitment. Like when we were talking to Ivan Melendez, he's a UT baseball player from El Paso, and he was saying that he talks to like girls, and sometimes they don't understand like how much time that he spends working out.
Exactly.
Whether it's working out, watching film, at practice, traveling,
school,
because he's also a student, and then also like actual game times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you kind of said or kind of mimicked the exact same things he was saying, and I think that kind of sheds light on how like determined and focused you guys are, because you don't really see that in everyone. Like
and
Nisa
I
was
got
saying.
well, I mean, you got to, and the only reason why you didn't see it or didn't see it with me is because I'll be honest, it's something hard. Like especially at your age, you're 18, right? So it's so hard as an 18-year-old. What the hell were you guys doing at 18?
I was
would you giving that up for something that you were doing? Of course not.
No.
It's so hard, and so for me, like I got to give you props for that, because
you.
that's something that that kind of makes a difference between somebody that's successful and somebody that could have been successful. It's that determination and that focus that you have, and
Thank you.
I just hope that Chris gets into this and he becomes a boxer, and
Yeah, man.
take notes, Chris.
Well, I haven't been training in about 8 years, so I don't know.
Hey, if Andy Garcia can fight, you can fight.
Yeah, dude.
You got this.
I mean, look at Jake Paul. He's done it.
Hey, don't even
She
throw
said,
that
"Oh
name up
God."
there.
She said, "Oh God."
He's getting knocked out for sure for that.
The
That's-
thing is, like she feels like she can't tell her friends what she's accomplished, because then she feels like they think she's like showing off, or
Right.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate it, right?
Well, if they
right,
show
right.
you lip, just underlip.
Well, that's the thing.
Right.
Like, I mean, in my opinion, and I've had friends that have become way more successful than me, But if you're really friends and you really care about that person, you'd be happy for them.
You clap for their
So-
success, definitely.
Yeah, so like, you know, my grandpa once told me, you know, the people that are around you, that circle, if they don't inspire you, then that's not a circle, that's a cage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
know, like-
that's a great saying.
And it's something that I've always seen, and that's why I'm trying to get rid of Joe, because Joe doesn't show me shit. You know, like,
Yeah, Kayla, I don't know if you were aware, but we roast each other heavy on this podcast for
You're
sure.
roasting you a lot. Too.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna roast you, but we were like, yeah,
Yeah,
we should
no,
chill.
dude.
no, you should have seen him in the
Once
last
I
episode.
asked them, I was like, "Who's a guest?" And I was like, "True, what does she do?" They're like, "Oh, she's a boxer." I was like, "She's like what?" Oh, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, right. Quiet the whole time in the interview.
Yeah,
But I think the best thing about it is that, like, obviously you can crack the best jokes and like with your friends and like make fun of like your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we
The great part is I have real friends, you know?
right.
Like
Yeah.
the
So,
ones that did stick
so I was
around
gonna
and-
ask,
and
like,
they
do you still
understand.
have like a little crew, a little like core of friends that like you've
Yeah.
maintained throughout the years that they were able to, like Misa said, like
Understand you, like-
yeah,
Yes.
not be envious of you and actually like
Support
say,
you.
hey, you're doing good, and like I'm proud of that, and I'm like here, you know, I support you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do actually. And they're like of all walks of life, you know, like they're different, you know? It's
Right.
not just like, you know, like you see like a
It's not like
I don't know,
Mean Girls and
rocker
shit.
or a skater or
Right.
something like that. It's like different, you know?
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. A lot of boxer friends, obviously, but I also like to have just regular friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, and like I know like it's probably easier for you to like be friends kind of with like people who are kind of doing the same thing as you, like
Yeah.
boxing, because you can go train together. You can go after training, you can go eat, or you can go like
You spend more time with them than anybody else.
It's
Yes,
a little bit
exactly.
easier because obviously like when you have a friend that's not into that, you know, you probably don't have as much time to see
Yeah,
them or whatever. So,
exactly.
but what else, like besides, do you like movies? Are you a movie person?
A movie, yeah, I love movies.
Yeah. What's your favorite flick?
My favorite, I'm a romantic type of, you know.
Yeah, that's ironic. That's ironic. She's like, I'm romantic, but I'll beat your ass.
And funny movies too. I love funny movies.
Funny movies. Okay, so like your top like 2 or 3 movies would be what?
I don't know. Probably This Is the End.
Hey,
That one's-
dude,
that one's funny.
That one's
Hilarious.
funny. And what else? The Bronx Tale.
That's a good one.
I've never
That's
seen
an
that
You've
one.
never seen the Bronx
No, I've
Tale?
never
Oh, my
seen the
first one
Bronx
is
Tale.
300.
300.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was-
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one's iconic. And then I guess like
I was waiting for her to say Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah.
No, I don't really like those boxing movies. I think
Yeah,
like
I
If he
don't
dies, he
either.
dies.
I think
Yeah.
Creed was kind
$1 Million Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
$1
one
Million
was
Baby.
cool.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
he just
But I think Rocky is kind of like, I don't know. I think it's
kind of just
hyped
basic.
up. Right.
Creed's a good one.
Creed was cool. I like Creed, but never really saw. The only part of the Rocky movie I saw is when he drinks the eggs or whatever.
He's like,
yeah, I'm out.
he's like, I'm gonna do that, but with beer. He's like, can I have a light to it?
So one time, so this is when we first started the podcast, right? And you can watch this on YouTube. We would do live streams at Misa's house, and we would eat like nasty food. And one time, we all decided to chug a yolk, like a raw egg, just like that. And it was me, Misa, and my wife Lena. Shout out to Lena. And so we both tried. I ended up like barfing and
Dude,
like.
look, no. The thing, if you go back,
I
and
ran
watch
off
that
camera.
video. Like, he took it right, and then he's like, he took it, and then you should see the yolk just come back out, like, like all whole and everything. Like this guy didn't even try.
Yeah, and then so Misa, I think he got it down barely, and
barely.
then so it was funny. My wife goes last, and she has like the yolk, and she just picks it up and just
Throws it
slams it like a champ, like just like
She like cleans her teeth after. Like,
He's a real one.
yeah, that was savage.
she's like,
bro.
you got another
Yeah.
one?
Dang.
Yeah, that was savage.
That was savage.
Yeah, I mean, it's because she's from New Mexico, so that they're a different breed over there. You know what I mean? It's nuts. But yeah, that just reminded me of the stupid Rocky movie. But yeah, so. Okay, so you said movies, you said your friends, you said your dog.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Have you seen the new Spider-Man movie?
Oh yeah, there you
No,
go.
I didn't.
Oh, what? That's
I
a
was
good
gonna
one.
see it, but
Are you into those types of like the Marvel universe, like the superhero
Superhero
movies?
just anything that's interesting, obviously.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
If you like Spider-Man, it's
Yeah?
good one.
All right, cool. I might check that out.
I kind of got tired of Spider-Man and Batman. I'm like, can we get new superheroes? Like it's just
Right.
been
Stanley's
going on
dead,
for
dude.
years.
More.
Like this has been going on
Maybe
for
they got
generations.
tired of you, Chris. Maybe they just got tired of your ass.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like, I'm just like, can we get some? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That's funny, man. I don't know. I think we should have new superheroes by now. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
He's like,
all right.
he's kind of younger, so.
Yeah, I'm like, you didn't have a childhood, did you, Chris?
Yeah, I did. It was very dark.
It was just Bud Light and football, huh?
Bud Light and football.
But light and football and a little bit of
Yeah,
boxing.
you 10 minors and soccer, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all there was. Yeah, that's funny.
And speaking of, are you a football fan? Do you watch any other sport other than boxing that you're
I
into?
do. I mean, I like basketball.
Hey, who's your team?
I mean, growing up, everything was like Lakers.
Oh,
Right. Big Kobe fan, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, that was that time period.
Hey, imagine
You know
she
what I mean?
punches somebody before knocking them out. She's like, Kobe.
That was sad, though. That was super sad.
yeah, dude.
So you were into like basketball, like even before boxing, or what? Or just
Well,
like over time
that was
you would
also
start
my
playing
next
it?
sport. Like,
Okay.
like I love it.
About her.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
She's a basketball player. when I was
Joe,
in high school.
move the mic a little towards you real fast.
I was a basketball player back in school. So she used to like to play.
Okay.
So I took her to go play at the park, okay? This girl tripped me.
I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to.
She out here cheating.
Shit.
What the hell, bitch? She's like, this is street ball.
Damn, she plays street
Okay,
ball.
hold on.
Well, she's like, what are you gonna do? Put your hands up there.
Hey, what's up?
Put your hands up.
Yeah, she's hold on. Two things here. Number one, Kayla goes, "There's no fouls in the streets. There ain't no fouls out here, Hobie."
Her grandma sticks out a red card.
She's like, "I don't care that you're my grandma." And then
in
second
the
thing,
streets, you're someone else.
right?
Hey, have you seen that movie with Happy Gilmore when the grandma's in there? She's like,
Yeah.
it's my world now, grandma.
Yeah. Okay, second thing, because Kayla, I'm very disappointed to hear that you would trip your nice grandma
That
here.
was a long time ago.
Like,
It's because of my uncle. I would play with
I mean,
him.
but I know, but in the Hispanic culture, in the Mexican culture, we're taught to respect our elders, and that was not very
She
respectable.
didn't say she was. She never told me her age.
Oh, get out of here!
She was like, yo,
What do you mean?
If you see my grandma
Hey.
right now, she looks like super young.
Okay, but you know she's older than you.
Yeah.
She's like,
Kick
wait.
my butt.
After that, I said, okay, it's on.
She tripped her. She's like,
I was
"Tenga."
Oh,
She never told me her age, so I tripped her.
You're in my court now.
You're my corner now, grandma.
Oh my
I'll
god!
smoke. I'm just kidding.
You want some smoke?
You want the smoke?
No, but it's because my grandma's a really good basketball player. So I was like, well, I have to be on my game. But
Right.
I didn't know. My uncle taught me since I was little
Play
when
dirty?
I tripped her, you know. So he always taught me like that's how you play basketball. So I thought it was normal, you know.
Right. He's like, you got to foul hard out there. They ain't
You gotta
bleeding.
use them bows.
There ain't blood. There's no foul.
No blood, no foul.
Call your own foul.
Call your own foul.
That's how you play basketball.
That's funny, man. Jesus. I apologize for Kayla. Yeah. Because I'm sure she never
You know
apologized
what?
for
I
that.
thought that's how you play basketball. Okay.
Right. It's okay.
She's made up for it.
Right. You're good. Just let's not let it happen
That's why
again.
she walks around with that
I
medal.
love my grandma.
Hey, that's another thing I'm running down. Don't play basketball, Kayla. Don't get in the ring and don't get in the court.
Two places you want to avoid: the boxing ring and the basketball court with Kayla, because you never know.
Never know.
Now I'm scared to ask about like her soccer skills.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. Jesus. That was a good story, Grandma. I really do thank you for that. Grandma Cindy in the back, thank
Yes.
you for that. We really do appreciate it. I really like how your mom and grandma are like super like into this interview. It's like really funny. It's really cool. It's cool. And I really like it. And I asked your mom because I
Hey,
talked.
you see that, mom? You see? ¿Sabes? ¿Sí las ves? Oh, okay, you probably don't, pero aquí está, madre. ¿Dónde estás tú? Come on, ma.
I was when I was messaging your mom, we were setting up this interview. I asked her, I was like, "Do you want to be on mic?" Because I didn't know the dynamics of the situation. You know, I didn't know if she was gonna be like wanting to be like more the one that talks and tells your story, but from what I can see, she really just lets you handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Sure, this is what you want. You do it.
Right, which is cool, but
Yeah.
I'm just a driver.
right,
Yeah.
I'm just chauffeur. I just whip the car around.
Just don't trip your grandma, all right?
So yeah, I had asked her if she wanted a mic, and she was like, "No, this is all Kayla." So I was like, "That's pretty cool," because like,
It's the support, man.
It's the
it goes
confidence
back to
she has in
the
you, too.
support and the confidence, and
yeah, that's
like,
funny.
She better not make me look dumb out here.
Okay. So, Kayla, if there was one thing that you let's just say that, and hypothetically here, that you weren't gonna do boxing anymore, what would that other profession be? Would you want to be like a doctor? Would you want to be like a teacher maybe, or a
Basketball
coach or
player?
something?
You know, probably a veterinarian.
Oh,
I love animals.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you brought up your dogs, like you really like lit up. So like
That's what she's nice to you, Chris.
Why?
You fucking animal.
But yeah, you seem like I have a little cousin that she's really into dogs. She works at a veterinarian's office.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yes, and she loves dogs. Like she called my wife today trying to give us a dog again, because every dog that goes in there and they're gonna euthanize or whatever, she like will call like everybody in her contact list and say,
you guys want
"Hey,
this dog?"
Do you
And
guys
it's just
want
Chris.
this dog?" Yeah. But yeah,
Like I'm the only dog in this one.
He's like, woof.
So you would want to be a vet, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is it about dogs or animals that you like so much?
I don't know, they're just
They don't
cute,
talk shit,
you know, right?
They
They're
don't
just
talk
like
back?
their own person,
Right.
right?
They don't piss me off.
They're loyal.
They're loyal.
No, they piss her off. Zero eats your food.
Oh,
What?
that's
She eats your
yeah. I almost cried one time because he ate my Subway. I almost cried because like it was like right when they were gonna close and like I just got out of practice, so I was like,
And you barely made it to the subway?
that, you know, and I had to be healthy.
Okay, so hold on. So you got out of a practice session?
and
Okay.
I was super hungry.
And
like you don't know
you're-
that feeling,
Right. And you're like, I'm
Oh, he
gonna
knows that feeling.
trust me. Yeah.
He's hungry right now.
Look at me. I know what it's like to be hungry. Trust me.
right now.
Okay, so hold on. You get out of practice, you're starving, and you're gonna get some Subway. You barely made it to the Subway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you walk in, what's your Subway like?
Yeah, what do you order? What do you order?
Italian BMT.
Ooh, that's fire.
What kind of bread?
I mean,
Toasted or not
tomato-
toasted?
What is it? Herbs and cheese.
Yeah, that's the
Italian
best.
herbs and cheese.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Especially
What
on
kind
the
of cheese?
Italian
Chipotle
BMT.
sauce and everything.
Damn.
I'm gonna go get some right
The whole
now.
works?
You guys should
Damn.
go try that.
Toasted or not?
Dude, I worked at Subway for like
Toasted.
Has to be
4
toasted for
years and I
cheese,
haven't gone
you know?
since.
Okay. Dude, it's funny. I don't know if you heard her. She's like, you guys should go try that. She's got like a Subway like sponsorship now.
Like Steph Curry.
He's like,
Subway, if you hear this, I eat fresh, baby. Okay, so you get your sub, the nice Italian BMT, loaded up, Chipotle sauce, fucking toasted, everything.
It looked really good too, perfectly.
Okay, so then how does your dog get a hold of this beautiful looking sandwich?
Okay, so I put it on the table.
Oh, big mistake.
Yeah, no, and then I needed to.
Wait, you put it in
Put it in
your...
your room.
Okay, you put
Oh
it in
yeah,
your room.
you know what? I put it in my room, but it was on top of my counter, you know. So
Right.
like right as soon as I get out of the shower, I can just go to my room and eat it. And my dog, he goes. And no, I thought he would just put it on my bed or something, because I was like, why is it on my bed? And it looked like a full sandwich. No, he's picky. He just got the meat.
Oh, he
So
just
it
put
looked
it
like a sandwich. He made it seem like there was a sandwich.
He
I
was all like, girl, you don't need this meat here.
Something was going on. I go in there and I said, babe, what's going on?
I'm yelling. I'm like, who took my sandwich?
She's like screaming bloody murder and
It's
stuff.
for real. My grandma
She
looked at
was
me like,
actually crying. And she was like,
where was it?
Yeah, I think you were crying right
No,
there.
I
Yeah.
wasn't.
I never thought somebody would cry over a sandwich.
Dude, I
but-
mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've shed a tear or two.
Dude,
over
yeah, I'm a
sandwich.
fat ass. If that happened to me, I'd be like, you're lucky you're a dog, not a person.
I wanted to square up with him.
she was bad. She was bad.
I didn't
She's
even
gonna
want to
square
sleep
up with
him
the
that
dog.
day. I was
So-
like,
Damn, you kicked him off the bed that day? You're like, nah.
yeah, that was betrayal at its
He told me,
finest.
He ate my sandwich. He just ate the meat. I said, don't be ungrateful. At least he left. He
He was like, you're looking a little thicker. You don't need
Mama's
this.
over here trying to be so positive. Like,
I
girl,
know, right?
did he eat the bread? No. Did he eat the vegetables? No.
shit.
Then-
We have bread. It's good.
Did he get you another one open?
What?
Did
Oh,
we go
yeah.
get you another one?
Actually, they were open. So,
Okay,
like,
so-
my heart wasn't fully
I
broken.
said, it's okay, babe. Let's go get you another
Let's go back to Subway.
But the thing was, I thought it was almost closed. Like, it was like, we were barely reaching that, you
Right,
know?
right, right.
So you made it. You made it in time for a second
yeah,
one.
I did.
Wow.
But it wasn't like as perfect as the other one.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you-
kind of
did you-
make it like in the rush, and I was just like,
Maybe that's why the dog ate it.
it was
too
too
pretty.
perfect.
Bro, the dog's like, he looks up at Kayla's like, yo, that Chipotle sauce.
That hit the
That's
spot right there.
where it's at, man. Yeah, that's funny. Well, I'm sorry that the dog ate
Yeah,
your
me
sandwich.
too.
That would.
That was zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
I guess
damn.
Morrison's cooler right
Zero respect for that. motherfucker.
Zero respect for me. Okay. All right, guys. So we're coming up on 30 minutes here. We're going to get ready to wrap up this podcast here. What we're going to do right now is we're going to do just a rapid pace. I'm just going to ask you some quick questions. Just answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think too much about it. It's meant to be, like first thing that comes to your head. Go ahead and let us know. So does anybody know what time it is real fast?
What time is it?
Anybody got the time?
It is time for the This or That segment here at Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast hosted by your boy, Chris Marquez.
All right, guys. So we got Mr. Misa on the boards here. He's doing a fantastic job. I really do enjoy it, Misa. Thank you. And so now, guys, we have Mrs. Kaylagomez here. Like we said,
we got the truth in the house right now.
And like we said, guys, she's USA Boxing 2021 Youth Female Boxer of the Year and a Pan American gold medalist. And we're gonna do what we do with every guest here. We're gonna sit them down and ask them some questions, and it's gonna be at a rapid pace
And random.
and they're gonna be random. And we just want to see what we can get out of Miss Kayla here. So, Misa, can we get some more music, please? Miss Kayla, are you ready for this?
I guess.
I mean, I was gonna say I don't want to. You know, we've been roasting each other, but I want to say you didn't look ready right there.
I'm just going
Okay.
Well, it's because we just finished talking about how she lost that sandwich.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
ready
I'm like
either.
kind of sad right now. Like, I'm still thinking about it.
Bro, 100% they're going to Subway after this. 100%. I can see them right now.
Her mom was like, hell yeah, we are.
Yeah, her mom's like, I'm getting the turkey breast with ham. All right, so let's do this. Okay, Mrs. Kayla, let's go with the first question here. You prefer summer or winter?
Summer.
Question number 2, Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Number 3, ketchup or ranch?
Ranch.
What's worse, doing laundry or doing the dishes?
Doing the dishes.
Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Iced coffee?
Would you rather live by the ocean or by a mountain?
By the ocean. I live by the mountain.
Right, that's
Hey,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gets boring. This mountain never does
Yeah.
anything.
Like, move a little bit.
Yeah, it grows a little bit every once in a while, but you can't even tell. Okay, would you rather deal with someone who has bad breath or body odor?
Too bad Chris has both.
Neither. Can I be?
Well,
you
it's
gotta
this
pick
or
one.
that. You know,
She's
I didn't make up the rules.
This or that.
I guess bad breath. I
Bad
can
breath.
just scoot back.
Right, you can just
Yeah.
avoid. You can tell them not to talk.
Yeah, the stench will just
Right.
leave
Just
you.
don't talk
Just
to
put
me.
him to sleep and you'll be fine.
All right, let's finish. I got a few more. Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey?
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, that's
Jim
a good
Carrey.
one. Jim,
I'm more of an Adam Sandler.
dude.
Hey, that's hard, dude.
Right,
but
that's a-
I'm
yeah, that's a
glad
tough
she
No,
one.
picked
I
Jim
like
Carrey.
Adam Sandler's style better, but Jim,
Jim
he
Carrey's just
Jim
he just
Carrey.
does everything.
It's
you
Jim
know?
Carrey, bro.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
All right, hoodie or sweater?
Hoodie.
Would you prefer talking pets or talking babies?
Talking pets.
Yeah, fuck the babies. She's like, fuck them kids.
Okay, roller coasters or water slides?
Water slides.
What's
I hate
worse?
roller coasters, by the way.
What?
Why?
That's the only way we can get her to fear. That's her only fear.
That's my fear.
Okay, hold on.
We got
Did you
her
have
fear.
like
Oh, wait,
a?
actually, never mind. I don't want people knowing that because then you're going to try to.
Well, we're gonna try to put you on a roller coaster.
Yes,
What?
people do be saying, like, you need to go on a roller.
Right.
I'm like, no.
Okay, but like, do you have a reason why you hate roller coasters?
It's
so
just
much?
like fast motion things. It's just like, that make me like.
Right.
She's like, but not these hands though.
Yeah, it's because like it's weird. I used to like roller coasters a lot. Like when I was like probably your age, I would ride anything, and now I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not getting on anything. If it moves more than 10 miles an hour, nope.
He's like, I haven't had my Bud Light yet. That's why.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
That's also how fast he drives. 10 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That's like a fucking grandma.
All right, what are you worse at, English or math?
Math.
Would you rather live without sight or sound?
Sound.
Do you prefer calling or texting?
Texting.
And last one, gummy worms or gummy bears?
Gummy bears.
Hey, there you go. Anybody that chooses gummy worms, you gotta watch out for them, bro. They're not right as a human. Something's off. Their character's bad.
Unless
Calling
they're
it
filled
right
with
now.
vodka.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, there's an exception for that. You know what I mean?
Forrester is you alcoholic.
I was just saying because the other day I came over and Chris was like, "You want one of these?" They got vodka and it was like that fat.
It's a big ass gummy worm.
Have you seen the gummy bears that are fat too?
Yeah,
Well, I seen Chris.
Well, like those huge ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Those are the CBD ones though.
Yeah, but do you think how long would it take you to eat that gummy bear? It'd probably take like 2 weeks.
Dude, yeah,
I chop it up and just let's go.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
She's like, yeah, I know what's up.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap up this podcast here. We're gonna go around the studio real fast. Everybody's gonna give their final thoughts on today's episode. Let's start with you, Mr. Joe, in the producer chair. Final thoughts today.
This episode was funny. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and training and hanging out with us. Thank you, ladies, for coming through, for the stories. If I ever have problems with these two, I'm going to call you up so you can come and
I got you.
knock them out.
She's like, I got you.
Thank you guys.
The only friend Joe's made in this show.
Got
We've done 110 episodes.
Hey, that's all I need. That's all I need.
That's true.
yeah.
Okay, Mr. Misael.
Yeah, Miss Kayla, the Truth Gomez. I just gotta say, it was an honor to have you in our pod. I want to wish you the best of luck of everything
Thank
you
you.
do. I know that you'll be successful with that mentality and that drive that you have. One day, it's just for sure I want to go and watch you fight and be like, yeah, she was on my pod. But I'll be there. One thing that I love the fact is that you had your mom and your grandma here. I'm a big family guy. So seeing them here, it touches me because that's something that, you know, I take to heart, is having your mom and your grandma supporting you at all times. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Chris, good stuff. Joe, you're lucky she's your friend now.
He wants to know if he can be the ring girl with the.
Yeah. I'll be that ring girl, yeah. I'll be out there with the subway.
I'd be like, hey, I'll only fight if he does that.
Yeah.
When things get out of hand.
Yeah. So everybody listening, guys, thank you so much for all the support. You guys make sure to stay safe and stay fresh.
Miss Kayla, final thoughts on today's episode.
You know, thank you guys for having me. It was an honor to be here. It was nice to meet all of you funny people. You guys are funny and pretty cool. So, you know, I love this
was trying to be
episode
serious
the
the whole
most.
time.
You know, like this interview, because it honestly shows who I really am. So,
Right.
Hey.
thank
Hell
you
yeah,
guys.
thank you for that. Give her a round of applause. And a triple horn. Triple horn.
And shout out to everybody who supports me. Thank you. I'm
Right.
putting EP on the map. I'm trying to 915 all the way. Baby.
Hey, let's go.
Drop your IG one more time as well.
Kayla Gomez. Kayla
Gomez.
underscore Gomez. And then ._
Yeah,
I
you'll
just don't want to
see- you'll see
say
it
it
at the
because you
bottom
just
right
see it, you know? Kayla the Truth.
The truth.
The truth.
So.
God, the damn truth.
The damn truth.
That's what's up. Okay, guys. Yes, thank you guys for being here. Joe, appreciate you, brother, sliding in and handling the Zoom for us. We really do appreciate that. Mr. Misael, thanks again. Good episode in the books here. Grandma, Mom, thank you very much for being here. You guys are super chill, super cool. And like Misa says, it's like, I love my grandma and my mom. So if I could have them in here doing this, that would be like awesome. So it's really cool that you guys support and like that you guys are open to coming through to like a random podcast. You know what I mean? And also super big shout out to our boy Porter, Stevie.
Hey.
Thank you,
Shout out to
Stevie.
you. He really was the one that kind of put this all
You're the
together.
man, bro. You're the man.
And I really want to thank him. I hope he's doing good out there in California. Miss Kayla, thank you I know you're busy. Thank you for being here today. We will be supporting you as you go and you continue with your career. And thank you for being here. We had a blast.
Thank
it was
you for having
cool.
me.
You were roasting us. We were roasting you. Someone may or may not get knocked out after this, but who knows? But yeah, guys, thank you for supporting. Make sure you follow us. Episode 110, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. We are out.
Bitch, I get you tapered like a new fresh haircut. Put it in ignition, now a nigga got his keys stuck. Zanny got amnesia, hoes down, G's up, bitch. Ooh, hit me back with the addy, where you stay, baby. Yeah, I've been thinking about you like every day. We can sit back, watch the skyline, look, I saw a shooting star. I can put you on vacation.